Right now at 6 a.m., a man is fighting for his life this morning after he was shot several times while sleeping inside his own home. And a driver is recovering after a bizarre overnight crash that shut down part of I-75. Also, details on a big pay raise for hundreds of employees in Kentucky.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning and welcome into you. Hope your Tuesday's off to a fabulous start. I'm Rebecca Smith. Bill Bryant has the day off and feeling pretty good out there, kind of actually cool, believe it or not. And let's get the latest with the weather with Micah.
Well, we're looking outside and I'm not seeing much go on. Did get one of our weather watchers send in a report from Millville saying little drizzle as the clouds move through, but now it looks pretty good. Still with those cloudy skies sitting at 63 degrees. You see on First Alert Defender live radar, there is your shot outside. And the shot actually gives way to no rain. Now, if you're looking for anything going on, well, you have a dense fog advisory, southwestern portion of our viewing area, Cumberland region, then work your way back towards, say, the BG Parkway, kind of the intersection where E-Town is located. And things look pretty good elsewhere. 50s northbound, 60s southbound, kind of depends on where you are of the fill. But northbound, I'll take that any day of the week. 59 degrees, sounds quite nice. Today's forecast, 82. Now, this is your best day in the forecast because as we head throughout the next few days, we're cranking up that heat, and I mean way high. Are we talking 90s? Well, I'll show you that your 7-day in just a few minutes.
Well, new this morning, it's been another violent night in Lexington. A man is now fighting for his life this morning after being shot several times while inside a home on Gerald Drive. That's in the Winburn neighborhood, and WKYT's Mark Barber is live for us at UK Hospital to explain what we know about this latest shooting.
Good morning, Rebecca. Police say that the man who was shot is now in critical condition here at UK Hospital after he was shot 3 to 4 times while he was sleeping. Officers tell us that the man and his wife were asleep in the bedroom of their home on Gerald Drive when he was shot. Police say that someone walked up to their bedroom window around 2 a.m. and fired several times. We're told that the woman wasn't hurt. Officers say her son, a young adult, was also targeted. According to investigators, the shooter also walked over to his bedroom window and shot at him several times while he was watching TV. We're told he was not hit. Police tell us that the shooter then took off running behind the house toward McCullough Drive. Investigators tell us they don't have any information about who pulled the trigger or where they could be. Officers tell us that they have a long morning ahead. They say they are still working to gather evidence at the home, and they're speaking to neighbors, searching for witnesses. Now, while they continue to search for answers at the scene, officers say that they're also looking for help from the public. They're asking anyone with any information about the shooting to call them. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Well, that is just the latest shooting and what's been really a violent past couple of days in Lexington. Another shooting last night injured 3 people, including a child. WKYT's Victor Puente continues our team coverage live from police headquarters. Good morning.
Lexington police have told us all 3 people are expected to be okay. A man, woman, and child were injured in that drive-by shooting. Officers were called to Breathitt Avenue just after 10 p.m. When they got there, they found 3 people who'd been injured after a dark-colored SUV drove by the home and someone fired several shots. Officers say the people were sitting on their front porch and that SUV took off towards Price Road following the shooting. They say the woman was struck in the foot. The man and the child had minor injuries to their legs. All 3 were taken to the University of Kentucky Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. So far, Lexington police haven't made any arrests. They haven't released a description of the suspects, but say there were several people in that SUV. Now, this is the same neighborhood where 2 shootings happened on Sunday night. Lexington police tell us they have no reason to believe Monday's shooting is connected to Sunday's, but they have increased patrols in that area. Live in Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Well, the overnight shootings come days after 2 people were killed in a pair of Lexington shootings. Police say someone fired shots into a car on Whitney Avenue Sunday night, killing Montez Graves and injuring his brother. A couple hours later, police say Ronnie Graves died after being shot on nearby Charles Avenue. Family members say he is Montez's uncle. Lexington police arrested Jermaine Anderson in connection with the Whitney Avenue shooting. He's charged with evidence tampering and fleeing and evading. There were some scary moments overnight for a driver who flipped his truck on the interstate. The crash actually shut down in I-75 northbound at the 128 in Scott County. Police say the driver crashed his utility truck, which was then hit by a semi that kept going. A Good Samaritan stopped to help when police say a pickup hit the utility truck again and the Good Samaritan's car. The driver of the utility truck was not seriously hurt. The interstate is back open this morning. Well, hundreds of state workers are about to get a pay raise. Kentucky Governor Steve Beshear says he's increasing the minimum wage to $10.10 an hour for 800 state employees starting next month. That will cost taxpayers $1.6 million. The governor says about a third of the affected employees work in state nursing homes for military veterans. And in Lexington, the minimum wage was the topic of the public forum last night. The city council has also proposed raising the minimum wage to $10.10 an hour over a 3-year span. The council heard from people both for and against the measure. No decision was made last night. Time is running out for Lexington City Council to approve Mayor Jim Gray's $300 million budget proposal. The council is considering an additional 1% pay raise for most city employees. That's on top of a 3% raise included in Mayor Gray's budget. The council has until July 1st to vote on the budget. Yesterday's storms in Russell County caused some damage to a marina on Lake Cumberland. Several eyewitness pictures were sent to us from the Alligator 2 Marina at Indian Hills Resort. The roof of a dock was knocked down. No word on how much it will cost to repair the damage there. And strong winds broke off part of a large tree in Lexington neighborhood. It fell onto Hollywood Drive near Sunset Drive. That's not too far from UK's campus. No one was hurt. Drivers used nearby streets to get around that big tree. And in Madison County, a storm caused a large tree to fall there. Stormy sent us this eyewitness photo from Markham Farms in Waco. People there tell us the tree nearly missed a historic home when it fell. They think the tree is about 150 years old. If you have any eyewitness photos like these, look for the eyewitness section on WKYT.com.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris and First Alert Defender.
Current visibility outside is our main issue. We're sitting there in some locations down toward the southwest at 0. So that's what we got to be watching out for. Anywhere toward I-65, you got to work your way back toward that Bowling Green area. And I would say 68 back toward 65, that is the worst spot. But there are even some spots over in southeastern Kentucky that you're holding on to 2 miles there in Jackson. And that goes for maybe Knott County, Perry County, holding on to 0 to 2 miles in some spots. But that area right through there, Marion County, Taylor County, work your way into Washington, those 3 zones right there really picking up some pretty nasty fog. And the bullseye is right on Marion County. Lebanon heads up. 68 is going to be pretty treacherous to travel through as you're going out and about this morning. 60 degrees now in Frankfort. It is a beautiful start today. Richmond, 60 degrees. You do have some clouds out and about. It's not a great looking start here in Lexington, but still, we're going to be seeing a good looking day. 82 degrees by the afternoon. That's pretty nice for this time of year when typically we're around 80 degrees. So we'll take that. It's at least close to average. That's all you can ask for this time of year. Heading off into the afternoon, mixture of sun and clouds. No rain chance really. Could you have some drizzle this morning? Yeah, it's possible. That's about it. It's not going to ruin your morning. Lake Cumberland, Cave Run, work your way into Harrington, maybe down towards, say, Laurel Lake. Yeah, I mean, these are going to be really, really good forecasts in the upcoming days for you guys. If you're heading out to the lake, the pool, taking the kids out there, you can do it today. You can do it in the next few days. The next few days will be prime for it. 88 there for tomorrow. Pretty muggy, too. That summer feel lasts. Not just on Thursday, but that takes you off towards your weekend, too. 90 degrees on Thursday. That is the second time I've actually forecast 90 degrees for this year. I mean, the second time, yeah, you know it's really ramping up. Water temperature still around 79 degrees. I want to show you this. How cool is this? Twitter picks of the day, and I only chose one for this one because this one needs to be by itself. How neat is this? This is actually those cumulonimbus clouds that you hear about all the time, thunderstorm clouds. And what's happening here is the reason why they kind of fan out like that is because they're actually hitting the upper part of the lower portion of the atmosphere. So it's hitting that, and it actually can't get through it most times. So it just kind of fades out. Like it's rising and hitting the ceiling, it would just fade out. And that's why you see those clouds like that. It's a pretty cool shot right there. But she said, pilot said it was going to be a bumpy ride. He wasn't kidding, was he? Yeah, riding through those, trying to dodge those, never fun. Your next 3 days, here's the look. That's from Pam Wright, by the way. We appreciate it very much. From Danville, Kentucky. Here's your next few days. 88 tomorrow, 90 there on Thursday. Ugh, here comes the heat, Rebecca. I don't know if you like that. Some of us do, but it's one of those times you just want to be by some water. That's all you want to do.
Hydrate, right?
Hydrate, man.
I don't like the utility bill, but I like the heat.
I'm with you on that.
I can handle the heat.
There you go.
All right. Each morning we bring you weather and traffic together. Here's Officer Don now with a look at what's happening on the roads. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Well, a lot better shape on the interstate this morning. Things are back open on 75. Scott County looks good, even across that Clays Ferry Bridge. Now we have the construction project that continues in Madison County this morning. For now, no major slowdowns. Also check Versailles Road, and we're off to a decent start on Versailles Road inbound from the county line past the circles. We get a live look outside at Nicholasville and Alumni. Things are moving well. No major issues there. On the Waze map, overall picture around the city, on the interstate, on the circle, and Man of War, and nothing significant happening. As you can see, live drivers on the way in, reporting no significant slowdowns. We'll keep you up to date throughout the morning. Now back to you.
We know you will. Thanks so much, Don. More news from WKYT this morning is on the way. Pizza Hut is putting two American favorites together. See what it is stuffing into its crust ahead. And details on what might come to light today when former House Speaker Dennis Hastert heads to court.